You're in the middle of a week-long stretch with 3 games. Is it something that has to be managed in terms of the loads and just, I guess, we'll ask Mark about team selection, but the loads that you guys put on yourselves?
I think if you ask every player, they'll want to play. We're on such a good run and in such good form that no one wants to give up their position. So it's going to come down to completely what Mark has to say and how he wants to manage the team. But seeing the boys this morning, everyone's just ready to go. And it's funny how when you get good results, no one feels that injured or that sore. So it's good.
I know that many times in your Phoenix career you've gone to Melbourne Victory, and if you've been offered a point when you got on the plane, you'd take it gladly. There seemed to be a bit of disappointment. I know you came, you were 3-1 up, but even disappointed to get a point over there. Does that sort of give us a bit of an idea of where this team's at now?
Yeah, you're right. If it was a guaranteed point before we went there, we would have taken it probably. But I think the first half just showed how good we are and how good we can be to take it to the champs on their home turf and be 3-1 up at half time. Spoke volumes about us. The disappointing part was it ended in a draw. They were always going to come out hard in the second half. That home crowd's magnificent, really. But yeah, look, so much to be positive about, so much to be optimistic about, and 2 home games now, and looking forward to them.
Yeah, Sydney FC, a team that you've had great success against, particularly here. Actually, there haven't been a lot of wins, but the one over there earlier in the season. I mean, is that a confidence builder as you get into tomorrow night?
Yeah, I think the run in general that we've been on is just building confidence every week. Going to Sydney, beating them, going to Victory, taking it to them. Our away form is very good as well. So. It's going to be a difficult task. I think they're playing some good football at the moment, Sydney, and we'll do some tactical work today to make sure that we're ready for them. But everyone will be up for it. We're hoping for a good crowd, a really big crowd, and get out there and support us. There's so many people on the streets now coming up and saying some really positive things. So it's great. The boys love that. We can feel the energy around the city, and hopefully it continues.
I'm sure you don't need reminding about the first 20 minutes with your last home game here. So how do you, or what have you addressed differently coming into this to make sure that you don't start the same way?
Yeah, we spoke about that for the Victory game, and I thought we started really, really well, and then they got us on the counter attack and scored a goal. But our reaction to that was superb. It's just the mindset. We've just got to be on the front foot and making sure that we're putting the opposition under pressure. So we've spoken about it. We're aware of it, and it shouldn't happen again.
Mandy and Rufa obviously came back in the last match. Are they underlying how important they are to this team and how you guys set up at the moment?
Yeah, they're very important. Even when they were out, we still managed to win the game. So it shows some really good depth inside our squad. But yeah, they both played fantastically well on the weekend against Victory. Monday was great. Rufa was one of his better games for the season, and they've got a great combination. And if you look at any of the top teams, it's important to have really good combinations. Sydney, when they went on their run, they had O'Neill and Brillani, and these two are now similar to that mould. So if they don't play and the coach decides to play someone else, we've got confidence in whoever comes in that will do the job.
And just on Monday, do you feel like he's maybe going to be targeted by a couple of other teams now who maybe have seen a flash that he has lost his temper in the past? And is that something then that you have a word with him about?
Look, for me, that was just a complete one-off. He's not an aggressive type of player. He's a hard, physical number 6. This is exactly why we brought him to the squad. But, what happened the other game in Adelaide was completely one-off, and he knows that. He apologised to the group, and for me, that's not an issue at all.
2 top scorers going up against each other. How much confidence are you guys getting from the amount of goals that Roy's scoring at the moment?
Yeah, he's been fantastic. Any good team needs a guy consistently scoring goals, and Roy's in a serious purple patch at the moment, doing fantastic things for us. And he's got a lot of support. Dave Williams is chipping in and providing some great goals and some really good play. He's got Sapri behind him, feeding him a lot. And there's a lot of competition. We've got Killian Sheridan, waiting to come on. Nathan Burns. There's a lot of competition for places, and it's making everyone come in every day to make sure they're at their best. Otherwise, someone's going to take their spot.
Tell us about the first 10-15 minutes in that game on Sunday night. Mark said it wasn't physical or tactical. What went on from your perspective early in that second half?
Yeah, I think they kind of changed their tactics a little bit and sent their fullbacks a lot higher and left their wingers wide, which kind of made us turn into a flat back 5, which is not what we really want. So they kind of had us pinned a little bit. Even though we were under quite a bit of pressure, I thought we defended quite well. We still had plenty of chances to go up the other end and score. We work a lot on setting up deep defensively and catching teams on the counter attack. We implemented that. Roy had maybe 2 chances in that second half to finish the game off. Killian came on and had a really good chance that was blocked just before the shot. So, you know, we're prepared for those situations, that if we do have to defend deep, you know, it's not something that, you know, maybe from the outside it looks like, oh, we're under the pump, but, you know, we're quite well drilled in those things and how to catch them on the counter attack. So, yeah, like I say, unfortunately it ended in a draw and we didn't hold on the way we wanted to, but, you know, some really good signs.
Stevie Taylor's birthday tomorrow. Does he have to make a cake or anything, or does he shout?
Well, normally the birthday boy has to bring a cake in, but I don't know if he'll bring one in on match day, so maybe Thursday he can bring his cake in. Hopefully it's a good night for him. 35, is he? I can talk anyway. Yeah, hopefully it's a good night.